Hitting on all cylinders, everybody. Welcome to the show. BS from a Basement, brought to you by Get Some Sports 13 TV for the best in local high school athletics, intercollegiate volleyball, and club volleyball on YouTube, Spotify, Audible, Pandora, Apple, and Amazon.
And Right of Center Brewery, brewed with humility. Locally brewed and packaged in Lakeville, Illinois. Try one of those bad boys today. Be disappointed.
And don't forget, 25% off of manlybands.com using promo code GetSomeSports13 at checkout. It's a steal of a deal.
A steal of a deal. Operators are standing by.
Look at you, Uncle Mike.
Welcome, Uncle Mike.
Well, thank you.
Hit that baby head on, Uncle Mike. We're happy to have you.
Appreciate it.
Standing in for Miss Jamie.
Big shoes to fill.
Big heels, is like I like to say. She wears a heel, not a flat, Kyle, when she comes in here.
All right, I'm just getting something going here, and now we're going to be off and running.
This is our Thanksgiving Eve.
It is our Thanksgiving spectacular show.
You might say it's going to be a cornucopia of exciting information tonight.
You could say that. Mike and I haven't stuffed our turkey yet. That's a Thanksgiving Eve special event that takes place.
Do you wear rubber glove or is it bare hands?
Bare hands.
We go bare hands. Yeah.
Do you wash or do you think it'll get cooked out?
Everything gets smoked out.
Okay, good. I got it.
You haven't ever
I'll be eating my own bird. Yeah.
He's like, what time's dinner tomorrow?
Yeah. Hey.
So are we all right? It's my toast, and for the people at home that can't see this freaking thing, let me see. Carl, there we go. You can see, what is that? A tank shell. What are those like? What are they?
Artillery.
5mm, 100mm, 120 millimeter shell.
220,
220.
Where's Duke to?
We're drinking out of that. I can't see what I'm putting down, Uncle Mike. I apologize.
You put it anywhere, Kyle.
All right, so it's my toast, and this is peanut butter jalapeno whiskey.
Yes.
Wow, does that sound good or what?
Pure goodness.
That's or what? All right, my toast. Here's to nipples. This is going to play in later with the Duke player named Knipple. But here's to nipples. Without them, the breast would be pointless.
Literally and figuratively. Happy Thanksgiving, boys.
I have nipples, Kyle. You milk me?
Milk me, Fokker.
Oh, God. Why?
All right, we'll do it next year. That's the next time we'll do that. It tasted differently the last time I had it.
Oh.
All right.
That was not good.
It burns.
Oh, it tastes. That is not good. Ugh. All right, hold on. I got to get some eggnog.
All right, you get some eggnog. Cleanse your palate. We got a great show tonight. Huh?
Oh, God.
Man, once Kyle comes.
Woo.
Kyle, can we get
Carl.
Get some water and bread. In here,
bread.
please. Yeah.
Some bread. All right, listen. If you want to participate in tonight's show, and you're going to want to, and you are not in my phone book, which very few people are not, it's okay. Don't fear. What you do is you go on to Snapchat and you friend us on Get Some Sports 13 on Snapchat, and then you can use the call-in feature on Snapchat to call in. That's okay if you're not into calling and talking and you like to type. We accept those as well. We've already had one that I thought was a little shady. It was from Wanda. I miss Jamie.
Oh, boy.
Give him a chance.
He hadn't even come on the screen when that was
early.
written.
Yeah.
Carl's got some water for us from the shotgun shell. Thanks, Carl. All right. So anyhow, type your comments under the live screen on YouTube, and Carl will bring them up, and we can all enjoy them together. We appreciate the comments. All right. Did I cover everything?
You think Carl can get some ice next time?
Yeah. Don't fear the Reaper.
The warm water.
Oh,
Need more. Hey, room temp water is where it's at. It's good for the heart, good for the soul.
okay. We're going to open up the segment tonight, and Uncle Mike and I are going to kind of shine. Because damn is it good to be a Jayhawk right now. Am I right, Uncle Mike?
Rock chalk.
You're not talking about the under 500 football team, are you?
Ooh. The bowl-bound under 500 football team.
All right, so listen, last week we had a conversation with some Colorado students and Colorado supporters about the Colorado KU football game. And I can roll back the tape. I didn't bring the audio forward, but I could roll back the tape where Kyle said, you don't even need the points. We're just going
Straight
KU
up.
outright.
Mano y mano. Coach Prime who?
Brian, can you remind the people what happened in that game?
It was a good old-fashioned ass whooping.
It was an ass whooping.
It was never a game.
No. KU wins by 16 against Colorado.
Could have been worse.
Carl is apparently paying more attention than typical tonight.
Thanks, Carl.
So KU wins by 16. It wasn't even a game. It was a total and absolute beatdown. All right. And if you weren't a fan of that and wanted to take it a step further, Las Vegas, who we'll talk about later, out of their mind, gave KU points against Duke last night in basketball. We didn't need those either, did we, Uncle Mike? No, we did not.
Not a chance.
KU straight up. We're just getting our songs in here. Cheers to the Brian, what a great time to be a Jayhawk.
Can you guys sing like the school fight song?
No,
or-
but we can do the little thing here.
Oh,
Ba-
not sure what that was.
ba- It is a great time to be a Jayhawk. So if you love college basketball and college football, and as Uncle Mike said, one more win against Baylor on Saturday, KU is bowl eligible. I think they should be in the playoff because they're the hottest team in the country right now. And you would never give points to the KU basketball team. It doesn't even make sense.
It's a little bit of an insult.
It is. And I think that those probably were bulletin board material
but
for the
isn't-
Jayhawks.
Isn't that a situation though where you sometimes feel like the powers that be that are setting the spreads are hoping money pours in on one side or the other?
Well,
Well-
the game was in Vegas, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And maybe they were supposed to shave points.
Well, we're going to talk about what went on in the game specifically in a little bit, but I just think I've never been more proud to be a KU grad, to pay tuition at KU, and don't ever bet against the Jayhawks is basically all I have to say. And I'm calling out you, Jason Poley. Jason Poley went to the game in a Colorado set of overalls and had a long evening. He had a long evening.
Is he out of jail yet?
You'll remember Jason from last week. Oh, boy.
Oh.
Wanda. Why? Why does she do what she does, Brian?
Hey, Wanda, who'd they lose to?
We don't need to cover that. All right, here we go. We're going to bust right into Brian's riff. So our friend Brian is a connoisseur of the news. He picks it up in the newspaper, on the television, and he even walks the beat and picks it up. We put it all together in a little segment that we call Brian's Riff.
Thank you,
Brian,
Kyle.
the floor is yours.
Thank you. So my first one's more of I'm going to complain a little bit, being a Chicago sports fan.
Okay.
So I looked at the standings this morning for all of our active sports teams. Bulls, last place. Blackhawks, last place. Bears, last place. I'll leave out.
And go ahead and tell us what the White Sox did.
I'll
this-
leave out the Sox last place, worst record in history.
They got a soccer team too, right?
Yeah, last place. And the Chicago Sky, third from last place.
Yes. And if you were to watch the Bulls, Blackhawks, and Sox be in last place, how much would that set you back a month, Bray?
30 plus.
Yeah.
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 So $400 a year to watch that crap. So I don't know if I'm sure you dialed in, Mike, last week, but I talked about how after the election, some colleges gave students the day off after the election because their candidate lost the presidential election.
Did not hear that.
Yes.
Mental
And,
health day.
Mental health. So I said, if that ever happened in Chicago, like if they got a day off anytime a sports team lost, the kids would never go to school. All right, boys. Number 2. Got this one from HGTV. Tips to make entertaining on Thanksgiving a breeze.
Oh, boy. Well, Uncle Mike and I know how to entertain on Thanksgiving, so we'll be putting some thoughts into this, I'm sure.
Here's number 1. Clear all of the non-essentials from the fridge pickle jars, half-empty sauce bottles, peanut butter and jelly, and put them in a cooler to clear that valuable real estate for the
Turkey.
You know, we take that in a different direction here. We just buy multiple fridges.
Yes.
Actually, the one in my kitchen has nothing to do with Thanksgiving. It's all down here. Okay.
You also want to chop veggies a few days before
No, you don't.
so you can spend time with family on Thanksgiving Day.
I feel like that's Wednesday night activity.
Yes. How about this one?
That's ridiculous.
This is my favorite because to speed up garlic peeling, you want to microwave that clove for 20 seconds.
No.
Makes it easier to peel.
You know what Uncle Mike and I do? We pull it off the clove and we smash
it
it
all
with a
in.
knife and it goes in the turkey. All good.
You also, people may not know, you don't necessarily have to cook in a slow cooker. You can use it to warm previously cooked items, like mashed potatoes.
In a slow cooker?
Yeah, apparently you make your mashed potatoes a few days
Like
before.
the night before and then put them in the warm-up cooker?
Yeah.
So you have like 7 warm-up cookers?
I would think, yeah. And, well, maybe you only have one side.
Yes. So so Uncle Mike and I, we always smoke the old turkey, which is the best way to go by far. And when my wife, who's preparing the sides, says, "When will the turkey be ready?" I say sometime
When it's
between
done.
somebody,
It's kind of a
sometime
simple, when it's
between
done.
noon and 9 p.m.
Right, that's your window.
We've had it at 9 a.m.
So you need
Yes, we've had it for breakfast one year.
you need 7 slow cookers then.
Yes. Yeah. I think that's
And a quick cooker when it's done at 9 a.m.
yes. Yeah, that's the microwave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's my favorite. You're going to want to ask your guests to bring their own takeout containers to avoid after meal cleanup. You fill them up right at the table.
Yeah.
You imagine that?
Quick.
Bring
Well, I
your-
guess it does help. It reduces the trash, reduces the strain on the garbage disposal.
And for those guests who don't bring them, you're supposed to have some paper takeout containers like at a restaurant
Yeah.
so people can take them.
A doggy bag, if
Where do
you
you even
will.
get that?
Quartz
I'm sh-
bags.
Yes.
Those,
I'm sure they sell those
Ziplocs.
at Costco, right?
Oh.
or you just use a Ziploc.
Yeah.
Oh.
Freezer bag. And you put it all together so it's all
back.
mixed up.
Yeah, then you can blend
It's
it.
like astronaut food.
Oh.
You're kidding. Uncle Mike, don't take that personally. You're getting some shade. I think I know where it's coming from.
So, and the last one before we move on, and this is more of our speed. You're going to want to make a batch of a few different cocktails, a large batch, so you're not wasting time mixing drinks all night.
Yeah. Well, Uncle Mike and I are good at that.
Yeah.
And
Mixing drinks, wasting time, or making batches.
we do all
all
we
the
don't
above.
We don't batch anything.
Man, oh man. All right. Moving on.
Are we going to talk any more about Turkey Day, or was that your Turkey Day?
That was my turkey day.
Okay, can I ask?
Yeah.
I have a provocative question about turkey. Is there anyone out there in the world at this day and age takes the stuffing and actually puts it in the turkey and then eats said stuffing? Because that always seemed like a really bad idea to me. I've never done that, but I think that like you see the stuffing box and that's how they basically direct you to do it. Does anybody really do that?
So get it on up in there is what you're saying.
Put it in the
Yeah.
cavity of the turkey and
Yes.
cook it all together?
Yes. I think at my sister's house
There's
we'll be
no
doing
room when you leave said stuff in the turkey.
it. Well, you're supposed to pull that stuff out.
No, that's the flavor.
Yeah,
Oh.
Uncle Mike and I leave the bags in the turkey
With
and
the
the
plastic?
giblets.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
We've left the gravy
Okay.
package in every year.
Okay. Yes. Unbelievable.
But I don't think that seems sanitary to do that because there's like bread and stuff in there, like
well, it
ugh.
cooks. It's cooking for like 6 hours.
or 14.
They-
Yeah.
all night.
I think that I still think old school recipes call for you stuff that you don't get enough stuffing by stuffing the cavity. You gotta make a side
Side
Okay.
pot,
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
I would
pretty
eat
much.
out of because I think putting it in the bird is not good. I'm curious if anybody actually prepares it that way because I've never done that. I've never been to any place that has done that.
Wanda does that.
Does she?
Yeah.
You wouldn't eat that like that.
Well, you mix it all in, and it's parts is parts.
I don't believe for a second you would eat stuffing out of the cavity.
Well, but it's in there forever.
Okay. Keep
All
telling
right,
yourself
just-
that.
Oh.
I don't buy it.
All right. Do you
All right.
guys know what the dictionary.com word of the year was?
Can you try saying that again?
Sorry. The dictionary.com word of the year.
The dictionary.com word of the year. Now it gets into competition mode. Uncle Mike versus me. I think we're going to come up with this. The dictionary.com word of the year.
So in other words, this is usually one of like the most popular word
Yeah.
that went viral.
Slay.
You're going to go slay. I'm going to go Riz.
So slay was up there.
Oh, but not the right one.
The word is demure.
No.
Okay. Nope.
No.
Demure. Okay.
So Riz was not it either.
The site dictionary.com said the site said the word experienced a meteoric meteoric
for you to
rise in
say.
usage. It was up 1,200% between January and August.
Demure?
Demure, and I'll explain.
What does it even mean?
I will get
Good
there.
question.
Okay.
It's a great question. Hey, I'm glad you asked that.
Thank you.
So a spike largely attributed to, here we go again, a TikToker and beauty influencer named Jules LeBron. Now, shouldn't he sue her? Her
Yes.
name can't be LeBron.
No, I can't think that's
So
true.
maybe my daughter
It's her pseudonym.
Steenie can dial in a spike.
I think Steenie's upstairs.
Jules LeBron. So her popularization of the phrase very demure, very mindful in a series of satirical videos.
Okay.
For example, she says, "You see how I do my makeup for work? Very demure, very mindful." Now, to answer your question, Kyle, demure means discreet and reserved behavior.
Yeah.
But because of social media, it is now associated with a person's appearance.
Well, do you know what the kids at the high schools around here say? They say nonchalant. I would say,
In what
how
con-
are you? And they would say very nonchalant.
For real?
Yeah, that's what they say. And I'm like, you don't even know what that word means. And I'm calling out the kids at Lakes Community High School right now. You don't know what that word means.
Oh, Steenie dialed
Now
in.
she says we're not demure. I think that's painting with a broad brush. I'm demure. It's not even a verb, but I am for sure.
Steenie,
Or an
Steenie, is that a
adjective.
thing? You really know that?
No, she doesn't know that.
Yeah. All right. All right. So I got one more good one. I'm
Okay.
just going to kind of. You guys are familiar with the squirting cucumber?
The what? Squirting cucumber?
I can't even see it. Squirting cucumber.
Is
Is that
that
later
it's an
on?
ocean? That's an ocean organism.
So, believe it or not, Mr. Scientist, scientists solve a centuries-old mystery on how a cucumber explosively squirts its seeds.
Oh,
An odd little gourd, if you will,
and I will.
has an explosive reproductive strategy that has intrigued naturalists since the days of the Roman Empire.
Wow.
Squirting cucumbers blast their seeds over distances hundreds of times their length. A squirting cucumber in action is a remarkable.
This is,
I can't read.
Complicated.
A squirting cucumber in action is a remarkable sight.
I'm sure it's beauteous to behold. So an 8-inch cucumber can squirt its seeds 80 inches.
I
Well,
was told size does not matter.
when ripe, the hairy green fruit measures about 1.6 inches.
That's what they called Uncle Mike in college, hairy green fruit.
As it drops from a stem, it launches a fountain of seeds and sticky liquid. This is legit. And sticky liquid at a velocity of around 45 miles per hour,
Come on.
with seeds reaching distances of about 33 feet. Let me get down here.
You grew cucumbers at your house. Did you ever see them spitting seeds?
No, but recently researchers blew this ballistic mystery wide open.
Oh,
They used high-speed video, time-lapse photography, CT scans, and digital 3D reconstructions to analyze squirting cucumbers before, during, and after a squirt, and created mathematic models to describe the fruit's geyser-like eruptions.
Taxpayer dollars at work.
Yeah. So the published money, the journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences explained that the squirting mechanism is more complex than a simple buildup of liquid, and release of internal pressure.
Pressure.
Along with
That word is pressure.
I'm laughing. Along with cucumber engorgement, other physical changes in the plant before and during the explosion shape the angle, height, and distance. All right, I'm going to leave you with one other thing.
Can we
here.
just go back to talking about the Jayhawks?
Yeah, stuffing a turkey.
All right. Anyway, this is real stuff. The squirting cucumber, everybody.
That's science. It's
Yes.
science, everybody.
Factual.
Brian, I could see the attraction to that article when you read through that.
And I read it like I'm a 3-year-old. I apologize.
Yes, you sure did. All right, we're going to transition now to a great segment of the show. This is called Goofball of the Week. And you know, Brian, we used to struggle to come up with one Goofball of the Week, and now they abound. They're everywhere. So I got a long list for tonight's show. I'll bring it up for you.
You might almost say that the squirting cucumber is shooting its seeds out for the goofball of the week.
One of these days, Carl's going to take down your graphic and put my graphic up, and it's not going to be on top of each other. But all right, so Goofball of the Week this week.
That's
I got
what
a
she
few
said.
of them. You'll notice in the bottom left corner of the graphic, Uncle Mike, you want to describe what you're seeing there? That's Travis Hunter. What's Travis Hunter doing in that picture?
Got no picture there, Kyle.
Oh,
Oh,
up here.
up top there. The Heisman.
He's posing for the Heisman.
But the anti-Heisman?
He did this twice in the game against Kansas.
Even though they're getting their ass beat.
How many points did KU win by?
16.
A lot.
Sweet 16.
So our boy Travis is doing the Heisman pose in a game that he lost by 3 scores. Classy.
Yeah.
That's classy.
It's prime time.
What a
It's prime time.
jackass.
Bush League.
Jackass. All right, let's stay on the KU Colorado game. And my next goofball of the week goes to Arrowhead Stadium. I was under the impression when KU signed the lease to play their games at Arrowhead that each game I would see the KU logo at midfield and in the end zones. And if you notice against Colorado, it was all Chiefs painted, which led me to believe the game the next day was going to be played NFL at home. It was not. They played in Carolina. I think that's horseshit.
Bush
Oh,
League.
we're not supposed to say that on the show.
Beep, beep.
Listen, we paid good money to rent that stadium.
What did they pay?
Well,
Good
it's
money.
in any document that's been released when we couldn't pay for the entirety of the remodel, the amount we paid for Arrowhead has been redacted. So
Oh.
it's good money. It's probably a 7-figure.
They're embarrassed.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
have
other
they,
thing.
have they sold out every game at Arrowhead?
Oh, not even close.
Oh, geez.
Not even close. Here's my thing, too. If after that game, so KU has now beat its 3rd ranked opponent in a row, beat their ass against Colorado. We got to come back to Lawrence with the goalpost, don't we?
Something like that.
Don't we? I actually think you invite the students out on the field, take it down, put it on top of the bus, take it
far-
back to Lawrence.
How far a walk is that?
Well,
from,
no, you strap it on top of the bus.
Well, what the hell kind of? You got to put one of those wide load signs on it.
No, you
mean,
don't.
that-
You break it into parts.
Because that was 3 ranked teams in a row.
3 ranked teams in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's goalpost worthy.
So real quick, just kind of you're talking
And they
about,
should have beat K-State, too.
Yes, they should
and
have.
you're talking about that. So when you look at the college playoff rankings,
Yes.
it's still, it's linear. 0, the undefeated team, 1 loss team,
Yeah.
2 loss team. It's not supposed to be like that anymore. It's
Well,
supposed to be like
you can't tell me that KU is not the hottest football team in the country right now.
Major League Baseball. It should be a
Yes.
wild card.
Yes.
Like a wild pick.
Yes.
so
Put them
like
as
a,
the
like
12th, the 12th team.
oh
I totally agree with you. KU they're going to be lucky to make a bowl game. They got to beat Baylor, but I think that if you beat 3 ranked teams 3 straight weeks, you're the hottest team in the country.
So say
Outside of the BYU game, there was definite wins. I mean, they were solid wins, too.
Yes.
And that's what's interesting about this too. So say like Oregon, the number 1 team in that college football playoff right now, say their quarterback was hurt the first 3 games, and instead of they're 10-0 or 11-0 right now,
Yeah.
they're 8-3.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be in
They're
the
out.
playoffs.
They
You're
were
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. which they have to figure that out a little bit. It should not
I think
be.
that's why they did that with the 12 teams, though.
Yeah, but they're still ranking them by one loss.
Right. And that was their thing. Oh, well, if we go down to 12, you're going to get in that mix, you're going to get the best games possible. Well, I don't it's not like, and I guess it's just a function of there being less games, but it's not like college basketball. At the end of the year, college basketball, the number one team in the land could have 4 losses.
Or 14 losses.
Right.
Yeah.
But football's not like that. And I still think I don't know, there has to be a scale that we can use to fix that. But I would put KU in the top 12 right now. I'd put them up against Alabama. That'd be an awesome game.
Play-in game.
Yes, absolutely.
For sure.
For sure.
They'll figure it out.
All right. Next one, Las Vegas. And we talked about this earlier. Uncle Mike's going to opine on this, but why, when I looked at DraftKings and saw KU as a 4-point dog to Duke, KU basketball is ranked 1 in the nation.
Where was the game?
Undefeated.
Las
too.
Vegas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Undefeated,
Yeah.
Zero shenanigans
Yeah.
going on.
ranked 1 in the nation.
They're asking for money, Kyle.
Duke is ranked 11. How in God's name is Duke
who
favored?
Did Duke lose to? Already this year?
Kentucky.
Kentucky, yeah.
Yeah.
And Kentucky's lost too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is my, Uncle Mike said the same thing. I looked at it, I'm like, that's a mistake. They're giving away money. I'm just going to lock in on that.
Free
Yeah.
money. Always free.
Yeah, so there's no way you said 4 points?
4
4.5.
points.
4.5.
Oh, geez. Even if they lost, they wouldn't lose by that much.
And at the end of the game, had they lost, they would have covered.
Yeah.
But I just don't. So now then the question goes to, what was it? 8 minutes into the second half, Hunter
There was
Dickinson gets
10 minutes,
ejected.
10 and a half minutes left, yeah.
So does Vegas know that Hunter Dickinson's going to get ejected from the game and that's going to swing it in Duke's favor? Like, it almost feels like that, right?
It's puppets.
Yeah.
They're pulling the strings. They know, Kyle. They know.
I will never understand why you would give the number one team in the nation 4 points. I don't care who they're playing.
No.
That's craziness.
Stupid money.
That's-
Stupid.
Free money.
It's free money.
Yeah, exactly.
Uncle Mike and I
That's
cleaned
like
up.
It's Christmas.
Yeah.
It's Christmas in November.
How much can I write this check for?
Broke my Illinois streak last night.
That's right.
Oh, nice.
Never won a bet in this state. The last night.
Oh, good
Until
for you.
Vegas gave me 4.5, and that all changed. All right, last one. Goofball of the week. The club at Blueberry River, Bry.
Mm.
Brian, I remembers at Blueberry River. We pay full golf dues, Uncle Mike, 12 months out of the year,
12 months.
even though we can only play about seven of those.
Must
Hey,
be nice to be country club
Mike,
members.
that's a full calendar year for people like you.
That, yeah. We play a lot of golf in Michigan in December.
All right, so here's why they've made Goofball of the week this week. Even though we pay full golf dues 12 months out of the year to play for 7 months out of the year, a couple of years ago, they put in a couple simulator bays.
Ruined the men's locker room.
Totally
Yes, ma'am.
ruined. It cut down Brian's naked time by 60%.
Yes. No more naked pool, Mike.
How often are you spending a lot of time in the locker room?
Enough.
Yeah.
Spend enough.
He likes a good shower.
Yeah.
Do they have steam rooms in there?
No,
No.
No.
No, they do actually.
they don't have a steam
Oh,
room.
okay.
All right, so anyway,
Those bastards.
they put in these simulators and they started out, it was $35 an hour to play on the simulator. To which I said, that's ridiculous. I pay golf dues all year round. This is golf. It should be free.
Is that your cart fee, though?
Our cart fees went way up.
So, like, your simulator fee is like the cart fee.
No, but I think
There's
it's,
no cart
that's
girl in the
golf.
simulator.
We're not driving. You know, I don't know if you've ever been in a simulator, Mike.
You
It's
don't
maybe-
simulate getting into a cart.
It's maybe a 5-foot walk from your high top.
So anyway, as if that wasn't bad enough, this year they've opened the simulators up and they released the pricing. It's now $50 an hour to
Fee.
use the simulator. That is horseshit.
No food or drinks.
No,
with that.
Are there gimmies in the simulator?
I think you don't putt at all.
Not
It's automatic
zero.
2-putt,
Oh.
right? Is that
How do you
right?
get- no
Well, I've
birdies?
never been in them because
No
I will
birdies?
not pay for that.
The only time I was in it was for Jason threw a 40th birthday party for
oh,
Jamie.
James.
Remember? Yeah, how about that? Would Kristen like you to throw a 40th birthday party for her
In a golf simulator?
In a golf simulator?
No.
But I'm with you. So when we golf, during the summer, we don't pay. We can golf 100 times.
But you pay cart fees.
But we
not
don't
if we walk.
Not if we walk.
You still have a fee when you walk, don't you?
No.
Yeah, one-time trail
you sure?
fee.
If we do a push cart, you pay a one-time trail fee. If you walk and carry your clubs, you're all good.
Yeah. So that's where we're at, Mike.
Yeah.
I feel like he's fighting us, Kyle.
$50. He's trying to defend it. $50 an hour for a simulator when I pay 12 months of golf dues is freaking ridiculous.
Are you a silent owner, the Strawberry?
Yeah, I think he might be. Yeah. He seems like he's coming across that way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's your goofballs of the week. I thought that was a pretty solid one.
Loved it.
Yes.
Can't wait for this next segment.
What do we got? We got
Dear Uncle Mike.
Oh.
Dear Uncle Mike. Let me transition sounds.
I hope my marbles in my mouth are fixed from the last segment because I have to read again.
Well, listening to how cucumbers reproduce was tough.
Very, very interesting.
It's even worse watching it. All right.
This is the correct music. You may have heard it at the beginning of the show. Carl kind of messed that up, but this is Ask Uncle Mike. Should I put the graphic up?
Yes.
Okay. You'll appreciate it more, Uncle Mike, with the graphic. Dear JD.
You know what? The similarities are striking.
They are.
He's got my smile.
You got to talk into the microphone, Uncle Mike.
Headphones help.
Do we have to wear these headphones?
Yes.
All right. Here we go.
All right. We're going to play your song or no?
I just played it for like 10 minutes.
Sorry. Dear
Uncle Mike.
Uncle Mike, I've always tipped restaurant servers, hairdressers, pizza delivery drivers, and manicurists. Of course, understanding that most of these positions do not pay very well, and the person is likely living off of tips more than salary. Within the last year, however, I've been told in several different ways, some not very subtle, that I should also be tipping the cable company technician, the HVAC technician who gives my system an annual checkup, the
animal checkup? Does it check for animals?
The appliance repair person who fixed my dryer, and most recently, the plumber who came out to unclog a bathroom sink. In all these circumstances, I paid the company in question a significant fee for the service, and the person they sent out was in a company vehicle, wearing a company uniform. I assume they're making a decent salary, probably more than I make as an admin assistant in many cases. Mike, are we supposed to be tipping everyone who provides any service now? How can I determine who is supposed to be tipped and how much they should get? What if I cannot afford to tip? An appliance technician that I've already paid his company over $300 for the work he did. Do I need to explain that I can't afford to tip them? Especially when they are standing around after the job, making small talk, obviously waiting for something from me.
Oh.
Signed, Mr. Pink.
Yeah.
Oh my. A very timely call in, JD.
We have to come back to
I didn't
that.
know you were talking about me. I just got done losing at mini golf, so I was calling to see what was happening.
Well, we would replay what Brian just did for Ask JD, but it's like 5 minutes long.
It was very, very, very wordy.
We don't need. I'm sure Uncle Mike had it covered.
Uncle Mike was getting ready to chime in, but what's going on? How's Scottsdale?
It's fantastic. So I just finished some mini golf at Tiger Woods Golf, Pop Stroke.
Pop
Very
Stroke.
overpriced mini golf, but we did it.
Did you need back surgery afterwards?
I did. I contributed to his back surgery fund with my $40 for one round.
Did you tip anybody?
$40 for?
Did you tip anyone at the mini golf course?
I did
The person
not.
that like cleaned your putter when you were done?
Yeah. You need these wiped down. So
I was in the lead until about hole number 14, and then I had a downfall. It was sad.
Oh, the alcohol kicked in. Hey, JD, so the question from Brian, if I could sum up the narrative.
All right, let me hear it.
Everything these days requires a tip. And he was talking about, because I know your brother Beth is also an HVAC guy. He was talking
He
about
is.
instances where people were tipping HVAC guys because they wouldn't leave their house.
Plumbers, HVAC, cable
To
guys.
make him get out?
Yeah,
Okay.
where do we draw the line on tipping these days?
I wouldn't tip an HVAC guy. I'd be like, toodaloo, thanks for coming over.
Yeah, I don't think Beth would. He wouldn't even take a tip. That's what a stand-up
No.
guy he is.
No, he was such a stand-up guy.
Is Beth his real name?
His not his real
It's
name.
close. So close.
He's a meth head, so that's why I call him Beth.
Hey, JD, I can tell you, I'm sure that the video of me taking your dogs to the groomer have made its way around social media.
I'm sure it was quite an adventure.
Well, I thought you had your Ring doorbell and you were circulating
It is on, but I don't know what happened. I
Well,
haven't
let's go
checked it
ahead and
yet.
delete that because it wasn't a good scene.
I'm gonna go back and watch it.
All right. Good to talk to
All
you, JD.
Thanks, Jamie.
Tell Jason hi.
Enjoy the Valley of the Sun.
You guys have a good time.
We will.
Miss
Talk
you.
to you.
Love
All right,
you.
miss you too. Love you. Bye.
All right, Uncle Mike, let's get to the tipping question. Where do you draw the line? I think that's the question. Where do you draw the line?
Well, in the Roar household, we usually buy him lunch. Kristen lets him into the fridge to get all the beer out of there too.
Oh.
And they've even walked out with like bottles of our booze.
Oh.
So like
wow.
uh,
Are you serious?
every time.
You give them booze to take on the road?
She will give it to me like halfway through the job, which is
That's a bad idea.
Is it
Yeah.
booze you don't like, or
So-
is it top shelf stuff?
she may not like it.
They only like top shelf stuff at the Roar House.
So I would say like it all depends on the service. Like I waited tables all through college, so it's okay. But like if you're gonna make me a cup of coffee, if you do it with a smile, maybe a tip.
Yeah.
No smile, no tip.
Oh.
Oh.
But we will say, I think even more is the people that ask for the survey
Yes.
right in front of you.
Yes.
I would be more opposed to tip than give you your survey
Oh.
right there on the spot.
Aggressive.
That's good advice.
I think I read this somewhere, and I think this is where I draw the line, and I agree with it full-hearted. Somehow COVID kind of messed up the whole tipping system. That's when it got out of whack, right?
Yes.
If I have to stand
Because
up,
we all had free money at that time.
that's correct. If I have to be standing to order whatever product I'm getting from you, no tip. No tip. That's the line right there. Me standing, that's the line. I don't think I would ever think to tip an HVAC guy. That's crazy talk.
So the
What
guy.
about somebody that brings in like furniture to your house or appliances?
No, I really don't. That tipping in that didn't even cross my mind as a tipping situation until post-COVID.
What about takeout?
Well, the guy's got to drive and use his gas. I'm okay with that, but I was
like you go there.
no, because I was standing up and I received it. No, absolutely not.
So that's your rules. If
That's
you're
my rule. If I'm
Wow.
standing when I have to get it, then it's no good.
So when the garage door guy came, you got a new door to this year.
Yeah, and he charged me out the nose. I didn't tip him for that.
I gave
Was
my
he
guy
the owner though?
huh?
Was it the owner that
get in there, Mike. Get in there tight.
Was it the owner?
right? Of the guy, like his company.
No, he wouldn't. The owner wouldn't.
No,
install
they
the door.
sent out the C guy to do my garage door.
Yeah.
I guarantee that.
So my guy came. I gave him $20 and told him to buy lunch. Right. I mean, I don't know.
I don't think so. Not for those services. Absolutely not. They're okay. First of all, they're saying, okay, it's $100 service call, even if we don't do anything.
Right.
And then if it's a Saturday or a Sunday, which is when all hot water heaters and HVACs go out,
That's called surcharge.
yeah, you're paying the upcharge on that. Absolutely not. No. Are you thinking that you should? Brian's got this look on his face
No,
like we
no.
should be tipping these people.
Well, like Mike.
We're over tippers though.
Yeah.
You're very generous.
Yeah. No,
He's
the
not
thing-
a member of a country club, but he gives out lots
the
of
thing. The thing I don't. The thing I have a problem with is everywhere you go now. Like you go to buy a sandwich, go to Starbucks. So when you go to the drive-through and that she comes out
Yeah.
the window.
you hit other and then you hit 0.
Oh, so I do like $1 or $2. You hit 0 too?
Just do 50 cents. They get really excited.
Oh my God! Hey, real
Yeah,
quick.
see,
And
swing-
Mike-
swingers, right? This,
Yeah.
This 25
Get your mouth up there.
This is difficult.
And Mike just throws it at him. He doesn't put it on the card. He throws it at him.
2 bits. It shoots a quarter at him. They don't even know what a quarter is.
That's what I use all the change for in my car these days. I just drop
What's
it on
this?
their like counter.
Is it hailing up in this Starbucks?
So, quick shout out to Maddie, neighbor across the street.
Yes.
What are we talking? What do you call that? Your shotgunning prowess
Yes.
was discussed at nauseum, if you will, tonight.
Yes.
Get your ASS over here.
Yes. He should.
Yes, he should.
Well, maybe later we'll need some sugar or flour. We'll have him over.
Oh, we're out of butter.
Stay by the phone, Matt.
Okay, I got the second one. This one's much shorter.
Yeah, let's not read the whole column.
Dear Uncle Mike, I entertained 2 guests on separate occasions. One was a guest for the weekend and the other just for dinner. Each one put their feet on my coffee table as they were sitting on the couch.
Barefoot? Do we know if it's barefoot?
I'm glad you asked.
Okay.
One was barefoot and the other one had his shoe on.
Ooh.
Astounded as I was, I said nothing. What would have been the appropriate response?
Hmm.
It's a good one.
Yeah. I would have cut their feet off, but that's not, I'm asking you. I wouldn't.
Like maybe a tickle? Like just
Yeah.
tickled one of their foot?
We had to talk about this probably about a year ago about all of the bacteria that's found in the bottom of people's shoes.
And now it's on my coffee table.
Yes.
Or my kids' hands that touch everything.
What do you got? You got nothing?
Well, I don't know that
So
there's
a barefoot, if I came, you know me, if I could have put a barefoot on your coffee table.
Yeah.
Is the coffee table like wood, glass, or is it leather? I feel like if it's leather, like it's fair
It's not
game.
an ottoman.
Or cloth.
It's
Like-
not an
She didn't
ottoman.
specify.
Oh, it's not an ottoman. Okay.
Let's go wood.
I'm going to go wood. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so it's a coffee table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause I think if it's an ottoman, it's kind of
Well,
free
if it's
game.
the ottoman, it's fair game. Yeah, you can't complain about that. But here's the thing. So my grandmother, who was
God
from
rest her soul.
God rest her soul, indeed, Southern Belle from Texas. If you put your feet anywhere close to her coffee table, she would look you in the eye and say, "Get your feet off my coffee
Yeah.
table." I just don't feel like this day and age there's an appropriate response
people,
to that move.
They don't know boundaries.
Yeah. I mean, I guess here's the question. Is the host or anyone else putting their feet on the coffee table? That's the invite to go ahead and do it. But if they're not, I think you got to keep the feet off people's coffee tables.
I agree.
Yeah. It's
Mike,
not an ottoman.
I mean, I don't know what happens in.
Well, Uncle Mike
I
put
feel
his
like
feet on our kitchen table earlier today. So
Yeah.
I think it was right where Brian was sitting, if I
Right.
remember right. Yeah.
So,
I feel like you should have an ottoman and then like it doesn't matter.
yeah.
yeah,
But
but
just get rid of the coffee table.
right. I don't disagree with that, but shoes. So, and Colin had a whole show about
Well,
this
I guess
too.
I mean, is your house like shoes on, shoes off house?
Well,
Like,
so
that's
let me ask you the question. Ask you this: so I'm a shoe off. If I come into your house and he's checking me. He's checking me. If I come into your house and I see you in socks, and I say, should I take my shoes off? I don't even ask the question. I take
What
my shoes
about
off.
the host that has their shoes on but asks you to take their
Yeah.
I
That's
take
where
off.
it gets sticky. It's
Yeah.
sticky.
If there's carpet, you got to go shoes off. If it's tile, you can,
leave them on. It's
Yeah.
easier to clean.
yeah.
But this is the coffee table. We're talking
Like,
about furniture now.
Are these close friends though, or they're just acquaintances?
No, this is
like, is this
me.
like a holiday
Maybe
party?
let's say it's
Holiday-
a work holiday
holiday
party
party.
at your boss's house. Are you throwing the hoofs up on the coffee table if nobody else is?
No, but what if they do it to your house? That's the question, right?
Your boss comes to your house
So your boss comes to your house.
and throws
Yeah.
his feet up
no,
on the
no,
coffee
it's like,
table.
what if you are the boss and I'm not putting my feet on the coffee
Correct.
table?
But your guests are.
Yeah.
Yeah, the party's over.
I think you tell them, get your freaking feet off
Yeah.
my table.
All right, everybody. On
Clown.
3, we're going to take our feet off my coffee table.
Yes. Hey, it ain't right. Nice job, Uncle Mike.
I don't think we figured a lot out on that segment, but I think they were provocative questions.
I think there might have been a better segment to ask about. Here, can I do something real quick? Are
Sure.
we about done, or like, are we close?
No,
No,
you can do something.
Do whatever
real
you
quick.
want.
All right, here we go.
You got to keep the mouth tight to the microphone.
Got you.
I'm sorry.
All right, so just wanted to say thanks for having us or having me on the
What?
pod show. I knew you were gonna be here, but I
Yeah.
didn't think you would appreciate it
No,
this much.
it's okay.
Oh, yes.
The pod show.
So, you've been on a hot streak as a Chiefs fan,
As a Chiefs fan, I have been
Yeah.
on a hot streak.
and I feel like this is the year for the city of
See
Detroit.
that. So Uncle Mike recently relocated to Detroit. Look at that.
Jared
Goff, baby.
And so in February, I think
At the
that'll be
Super Bowl.
prime.
At the Super Bowl.
Prime
Turn it around.
MVP.
Oh.
Right there. MVP.
Wow.
That is, thank you, Uncle Mike. That is very nice. Actually, I'll wear that on Thanksgiving Day for sure.
Yeah, I got myself one too.
Hey, you know what I got? I got a rock.
He actually called you out. He said, I knew you'd be here, but I'm not giving you one. Sorry.
That's
how it goes.
He said 25% off on manly bands.
All right. Speaking of, Brian, that's
Oh.
good that you said that. Our last two segments, and this is the Thanksgiving extravaganza, spectacular. And so we're going to play a couple of games tonight, but our last two segments are brought to you, brought to me, brought to the people by our good friends at Manly Bands.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to hold mine up like right now. There
Uncle
it is.
Mike's got one.
Right there.
This is the one that's got the Sherman tank in it. Uncle Mike's rocking one. Brian, you're rocking one tonight.
Yes. I got ankle band.
So Manly Bands, made with unique materials like dino bone, meteorite, historic military materials, and much more. Go to manlybands.com, a band for every man. Manlybands.com. Say no to boring.
Manly Bands. Oh, yeah.
How's that ring in your ears, Uncle Mike? That's pretty true, isn't it? It's pretty
Vibrates.
true.
Vibrates.
Where's KU Diggs tonight?
He must have had the day off. I haven't seen him on. All right,
all
so
right.
we're going to play a couple of great games tonight, Uncle Mike. These are BS from a Basement favorites. The first is, Brian.
It's Know Your State Birds.
So here's how this one works. This one's pretty straightforward, and it's the easier of the two. Brian's going to give us the name of a bird, and it could be a state bird. It could be a country bird from overseas. And we're going to guess what state or country that he's describing with this bird.
That is correct.
All right. Uncle Mike and I are going to work together on
gotta-
this. We are ready.
You got a twofer. Okay, you ready?
I'm
Now,
ready.
I'm going to tell you it's in the 50 states of the United States of
Okay.
America.
So U.S. Here we go.
The state bird is the mountain bluebird.
The mountain bluebird. How many states have the mountain bluebird as their state bird?
Uno.
One. All right, Uncle Mike, let's put our heads together here. We got the Rocky Mountain Range. We got the Green Mountain Range. The Appalachia.
Religions. I feel like it's more west.
I feel west too.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to just go Colorado.
Uncle Mike's looking for the Sphinx guy to give him a little bit of
he
a...
doesn't give anything up.
Oh,
He doesn't give anything up. So we could go Colorado right off the bat.
I feel like that should be like an eagle or something though in Colorado.
You think?
Yeah.
I could go with that.
Dion.
Dion.
Yeah.
Where else do the Rocky Mountains go? Do they go through Idaho?
I think they do.
Ooh, we could play Idaho. It's up to you, Uncle Mike. You want to play Idaho or you want to go something else?
We're gonna go with Idaho.
Final answer?
Final answer is Idaho.
Boom! With the dynamite.
Oh,
There it is.
yes.
Well done, gentlemen. Well done.
That was fantastic.
So the mountain bluebird is a small thrush found on ranch land and other open areas. So, little known fact, Kyle, the female mountain bluebird
Is orange.
builds the nest without help from the male.
Standard bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The male sometimes acts as if he is helping, but he either brings no nest material or he just drops it on the way. Also known as the Jason bird. You guys did it. You did it.
P.S. We've lost a camera. We've lost Uncle Mike's camera. I don't know how, but we're gonna forge through this. All right. So that was Know Your State Birds. Well done, Uncle Mike.
Wow.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
So the
One out of
next
50
game.
chance.
Listen,
Yes.
the next game is the hardest game on televised podcasts. This is called Brian. What's it called?
It's called Know Your High School Nicknames, Uncle Mike.
Know your high school nicknames. Now, this is a tough one. The way this is played is Brian's going to give us the name of a high school. I'm sorry. He's going to give us the high school nickname.
Yeah, that's the answer. The name of the high school.
We've got to guess, one, the name of the high school. If not that, the city that the high school is in. If not that, the state that the high school is in. This is tough, tough, tough. All right, give it to us, Brian.
So I think I got one that's going to dupe you guys. This is the first high school I've come across that has 2 nicknames.
2 nicknames.
Yes.
It's a by
nickname.
nickname high school.
Yes. It's the Bucks Gazelles.
Yankton, South Dakota.
Son of a bitch, you got both of them tonight. Hey, what's the population of Yankton, South Dakota?
14,782.
It's a little bit bigger. It's 15.4.
Okay.
And how many students?
Wow,
How many students
Uncle
in Yankton High
Mike.
School?
478.
So, and I looked far and wide in the
Tell me the name of the nickname again.
the Bucks / Gazelles.
The Bucks and Gazelles, and Uncle Mike ripped off Yankton High School in Yankton, South Dakota.
I should have given you, and I didn't have time to send to Carl, but the I don't know what you call it. Their logo
Mascot?
There was a buck and a gazelle.
It's
now,
dual.
And I'm assuming the gazelles are the females
Yes.
sports teams, and the bucks are the. How would you know that?
Males. Is a buck is a male and a
No,
gazelle
how
is
would
a
you know
female?
that? Did you?
Not all gazelles are females.
They're not all females. That's what threw me off.
I'm going to get up and try to fix Uncle Mike's
Oh.
camera. Go ahead. Keep going.
But that's the first high school I've come across, Kyle, in 4,000 episodes that there's been a his and hers.
Equal opportunity.
Yeah. How many students at that?
I think
School.
he already said. He guessed 1452 and you said
that's the-
1500.
No, that's the population of the city.
478. No,
said-
678.
It said 888.
Okay.
So 200 per class.
The population of Yankton is 888.
No, that's the
No,
high
no,
school.
the high school.
What's the population of Yankton?
15,000.
Oh, okay.
Foreign, yeah.
Got it.
Well done. I can't believe you guys got both
We got
of
the
my answers.
bird and the mascot. That is unheard of.
Never happened.
That is unheard of.
Never happened.
All right, boys. It's Thanksgiving time. Let's get up out of here.
Happy Thanksgiving Eve. Don't forget to pardon a turkey.
Do what? Pardon a turkey?
Pardon a turkey.
Thank you, gentlemen, for having me today.
Oh, hey, thanks for the gift. I really appreciate it.
He provides the food.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, when you're out and about, please, for Thanksgiving's sake, do something good out there.